It's Saturday, the 24th of March 2001, and Mir has come safely to Earth in a spectacular sound and light show.
Today on Saturday with Helen, Dalley.
Good morning and welcome to the program. Well, there's been a collective sigh of relief across the Pacific after the remains of Mir streaked through the atmosphere out of harm's way. Shortly, how a lucky few witnessed the final moments of the space station's life. Also this morning, thrust and parry at a school for would-be gladiators. Christopher Zinn stirs the possum with a report about dealing with unwelcome wildlife. And a word of warning at some schools about the popular Harry Potter books. Now, though, to begin the morning, the news with Mark Burrows.
Thanks, Helen, and good morning. Space buffs around the world were given a sight to remember yesterday when the Russian space station Mir made its final descent to Earth. Travelling at speeds of more than 300 metres per second, huge pieces of the station crashed into the Pacific Ocean, almost on target.
It promised to be a spectacular sight, and it didn't disappoint. A fireworks display across southern Pacific skies, leaving onlookers in awe.
I think it's going to come down. Uh-oh.
Around 30 tonnes of fiery debris from the 15-year-old Russian space station lit up the night sky over Fiji before crashing into the ocean. It was a perfectly timed descent, splashed down only 1,500 kilometres from the predicted site.
It means our designers made this final project for Station Mir completely true.
While officials in Australia, New Zealand and other islands in the Pacific breathed a sigh of relief when Mir crashed on target, the mood at the Russian space station in Moscow was somewhat different. A minute's silence was held to mourn the passing of the space station. For some workers, it was a lifelong project.
There are a lot of people in this room today who will have very strong emotions about the end of Mir. On the other hand, of course, everything has to come to an end.
But while it's the end of an era for the Russians, their contribution to space exploration will always be remembered.
The Mir was an incredibly important project and incredibly successful. You know, who would have thought when they launched it, it would have lasted this long and accomplished so much?
Diana DORAHY, National 9 News.
Despite hopes of a resumption of peace talks in the Middle East, there have been renewed clashes between Palestinians and Israeli soldiers on the West Bank. In the latest fighting, a 25-year-old man from a refugee camp was hit by 5 bullets and rushed to hospital in a critical condition. There were also reports of a Palestinian